Here's a bold statement. Caio Borralho believes he's the only fighter in the middleweight division with the tools to not just challenge, but beat the newly crowned UFC champion, Khamzat Chimaev. And this is the part most people miss. Borralho isn't just talking trash. He's got a unique edge that could make this matchup far more intriguing than anyone realizes. In the wake of UFC 319, where Chimaev, 15-0 MMA, 9-0 UFC, dominated Dricus du Plessis en route to a unanimous decision victory, Borralho, 17-1 MMA, 7-0 UFC, was right there as the backup fighter, watching it all unfold. But here's where it gets controversial. Borralho wasn't surprised by Chimaev's one-sided performance, nor was he fazed by fans labeling the fight as boring. He argues that no one else at 185 pounds is equipped to handle Chimaev's grappling prowess, except him. In a recent interview with MMA Junkie, Borralho broke down why he's the exception. Chimaev does what he always does, dominate with wrestling and jiu-jitsu, Borralho explained. But fighters think preparing for him is just about hiring wrestlers to drill takedown defense. That's a mistake. It's not about that. People don't understand his system, and that's where they fail. Borralho's confidence stems from his past training experience with Chimaev in Sweden. While both fighters have evolved since then, Borralho insists Chimaev's core game remains the same, and he knows it inside out. "I've seen how he works, his system, his steps," Borralho said. "I know how to deny those steps. That's my advantage. I respect Khamzat. He's like a brother to me. But this is about competition. It's me versus him." But here's the twist. Borralho's immediate focus is on his UFC Fight Night 258 main event against Nassourdine Imavov in Paris on September 6th. However, he's made it clear, if the UFC decides to scrap that fight and offer him a shot at Chimaev's title, say at UFC 321 in Abu Dhabi on October 26th, he's ready. "If the UFC calls me and says, 'Forget Imavov, fight Khamzat,' I'll say yes right away," Borralho declared. "I'm prepared for anything." This raises a thought-provoking question. Is Borralho's confidence justified, or is he underestimating Chimaev's evolution as a fighter? And if the UFC does make that call, would this matchup live up to the hype? Let's spark some debate. Do you think Borralho has what it takes to dethrone Chimaev? Or is he biting off more than he can chew? Sound off in the comments.